Hi everyone, welcome to VT Analytics Consulting. So in today's project, we are building a complete AFCON 2000 data analytics report, and we are going to use SQL Server and Power BI. AFCON, AFCON is that is African Nation Cup is the biggest football tournament in Africa, and we are going to analyze the goals, the top teams, the matches been played, the number of penalties, etc. So at the end of our project, we are going to have something like this. We're going to have this report that you are seeing here. I call it Clash of the Titans. That is the AFCON 2000 statistical story. This is an interactive dashboard and then where if you select just a single, like here we have this top six goals scored by team. If we come here, Nigeria was the highest team with 12 goals, and we select Nigeria, you'll see the total number of goals scored was 12, was six, sorry, matches play was six. They played six matches, and then the total goals they had 12 goals. The average goal per match was two. Total wins. Out of the six, they won six matches. Penalty, they went to penalty one game, draw one, and then they equally lose one as well. And if we equally, maybe if we select for Cameroon, you're going to see everything that has to do with Cameroon up to their road to the crown. This is for the from quarterfinals up to the finals, and then till the final as well. Okay, so first, so here is this is going to be the final report, right? And then and I will take you through then I will take you through the step by step how we can get the data into SQL and do some one or two things. But that's let me show you the data that we are working on. So this is our Excel file here, and this particular workbook contains four worksheets. We have these matches, has information with their fields, the match number, match date, stage, group, home team, home code, home squad, away team, away code, etc. And that we equally have these teams with their team code, their team, the group that is team, that is the country, the group where they are found, their zone, the matches played, the wins, the draws, losses, goals for, goals against, goals different, etc. We equally have this group standing with their various information, and then we equally have the stadium where these matches were played. Remember at AFCON 2000, two countries hosted this particular tournament. That was Nigeria and Ghana. So this is the table for the stadium that the matches were being played in. Okay, so we are going to then import this file. We're going to use the wizard import method, not a flat wizard import method. But before we do that, let us save our file. So we are going to save our file, and I want to show you something. The method which we are going to use, we are not going to save our file. We are not going to import our file as we're not going to use this method. Let me say we're not going to use this. We're not going to use this particular method, import flat file, because when you import flat file, that file has to be saved as a CSV. And when you save a file as a CSV, you only save a single sheet. However, our file contains the workbook contains multiple workbook. So we are going to use this import data methods. That is the method that we are going to use. And in order for us to successfully import our data using this method, we need to save our file in such a way that in a version that SQL is going to, that SQL will equally recognize it. SQL import wizard is old, and if we save our file with this particular name, I want you to see this XLXX, this XLSX, because this is a new version, this is X a new version. So SQL is not going to recognize this particular format. So instead, we are going to use an older version in order to save this particular file, which should be, we go with this Excel 97 stroke 2003. That is what we're going to use. And then I want to save this. I will just take it to save it to my documents. Go to, let's drop it here, and the name, as you can see, we've saved it with this, which is this sort of particular dot. So this list, right? Okay, this dot SLT 2003. No, it should be this other one. This dot this dot XLX rather. Yep, this is the format that we want. This particular format. So we're going to hit enter, and then we're going to close this. We're going to close this worksheet. So here we are in SQL Server. So the first thing we have to do is to create our database. We're just going to right click under this database, and we give a database a name. Let's just see, we're going to go with AFCON 2000. I think that is okay. We hit enter, and then under our database, this AFCON 2000, we right click, go to tags, and then we go to import data. Okay, and then this other window is going to pop up. Okay, that is, you just follow this there, you just hit on the next step, and then so they are asking for our data source. Our data source is going to be an Excel file. As you can see, here, by default, the version which SQL is asking want our file to be, it is this particular old version, right? For example, let's just, for example, if we go to Excel 2016, you see what is going to happen. Okay, let's just go, and then we grab our file. It's under document, and then let us go down. If this is the file, yes, this is our file. If we try to go properly, I don't know, but at most time, this is going to break because the version doesn't actually matches with this particular with SQL. If we go to next, as you can see, we're going to have this export wizard arrow that you're having here. You can click here to read more about it. And the problem is just, the issue there is just for us to, it's just to change this particular Excel version to this properly. We should, great. Okay, so our destination, where are we going? As you can see here, it is saying that net framework data provider for MySQL. We are not using MySQL in order to do this. We're using the SQL Server. So I'm going to select this drop down, and then we go with Microsoft. We go with this one, and then we just have to hit next. We want all these tables. So these are all our 4 tables. We have the group standing, the matches, the stadium, and the teams. And that is exactly what we want. We hit enter. Just next. Finish. We wait for the export to complete. As you can see, the execution was successful. So we have successfully imported all the data into SQL. If we come here, we expand this one, we go to what we have right now. We have tables, and then we will be able to see our 4 tables here. Let us just open this and see what we have. Great. So this is the table. This is our first table for group standing. And then if we equally open this, we run this one, we are equally going to see this particular table. So the next thing we are going to do now, we are going to clean our data to make it in such a way that it is clean, and we are going to create some views. Okay, so like I said earlier, so the next thing we're going to do is to create our view, and after creating our views, we're going to see them inside here. When we expand this one, as you can see, there is absolutely nothing under this view, right? It is empty. We don't have anything, we don't have any views here. But after creating our views, we are going to have it under this particular view as well. If we hit this plus sign, and then we will have those view here. So we are going to have five from these four tables that we have. We are going to create five views, which implies that after doing this, we're going to have five tables. Before we do that, why are we creating views? I mean, I want you to think of it like a restaurant, okay? Let's just say like a restaurant where we have like these our four tables, these four raw tables that we have with the dim teams, which happens to just say these dim teams, uh, this team, this one here, just say that I can say that the fridge with some raw ingredients, right? And then we have our dim matches. The dim matches now is the recipe book, and the dim stadium is the list of tables. And this dim group standing, this particular dim group standing, we can say it is like the scoreboard. So if I let Power BI go straight to the, we don't want Power BI to be some kind of to go straight to the kitchen, because it's going to be, if we just take back this table, it's going to be messy. It's not actually going to be good, and probably it will get lost. So what we're going to do, instead of having these tables, we are going to create those views where we will have like five plates. That is our teams, which is going to be a clean plate of teams, and then we are equally going to have clean plate of matches, clean plate of stadium, a clean plate of standing, and then we are equally going to add another view, which will be like the main meal where everything is cooked together. So we're going to see some kind of we're going to match the data. We're going to do some join, sorry, and then create our view. Okay. Yep. So the reason, the true reason I will give you, the reason why we are creating this view is, instead of having these four tables plus maybe some 10 joins that we have used in order to join our tables, we're going to have a simple five cleaned table with just a single click. This is very safe. No one can. Okay, so let us create our first view. So we are using our table. We are under this table that is matches, and this is our fact matches view. This is the table that holds one drop a match with all these calls. That is actually what we are going to have. We're going to have all these calls, the stages, and whether the teams went to penalty. So this is going to be our main table for all match results. So let us go. It's going to be a long one. It's going to take us some. It's a long view. So please just follow along. So I want this table here so that I should be able, so that I should see the column names. I shouldn't make, we should not make any mistake. That is why I came with this particular table to have a view of the field name. So what I'm going to do, first of all, let me deselect this one. And then I'll go down a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is to create, is to go with create. So I'm going to create view create view, and this we're gonna call this, let us give it a name. I will just say Power BI. Power BI, let us say fact matches. Yep, let us call this fact matches. Fact matches. We don't need any comma. This is going to then as, let's go with our select. And then we use the cast. We're going to use the cast, and then we say I think match number. We're gonna go with the match number. We have it here. Is it okay? I think it was supposed to appear. Let me see match number. Yes, I have match number here. Match number. This is going to be integer. Oops. As this is going to be as, sorry, match number. We're gonna give a comma, and then we go with another cast. Why this? Why this? I'm already seeing an error. Why? Is it because of this? I don't think so. Woof, woof. Anyway, let us just continue. So we're gonna go with another cast. Maybe let me just copy this. I'll only need to change some few things. This should be match date. This should be date, and this should equally, this should be, this is not an integer, the data type, this is a date. So we go with date. And here's going to be date as well. Is the name we have here. That is this particular. Okay. So let's go with stage. Then this is going to be, we give a comma. The next one is going to be a group. I'm gonna put this in, let's say group. Group. This is going to be comma. The next one is home team. You have to go down. Anyway, we can still allow it like this, but we want it to be neat. Okay, that is the reason why, so that you should be able to see it. Then the home team, and then this home code, home code, home team code. We want to call it home team code. That is the name we want to see in our view. Home team code. And then we equally want to cast, use cast here. And then this should be home score. Home score, which has integer. Then as home score, comma, and then we have away team. I think so. Yep. Away team, comma. Why am I seeing this here? Why, I don't know. Let's go. And then away code should be, what are we? Home team, away team. So away code as away team code. Away code. as away team code equally want to cast. We want to use the cast. Let's just copy this so it'll go a little bit faster. Let's change some one or two things. This should be away score zero k away code as away team code. And then we go with the cast. Yeah. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Okay, let's continue. Away score as integer. This should be away score. Then this away score home panes, which is very good. This should be as integer as well. So the only thing that changes here, this penalty, right? This is penalty. Then away panes. Integer away panes. Yeah. Drop it. Okay. And then the winning code. We have result type. Result type. We give a comma. We're equally gonna cast total goals. We have go with cast. I think. Nope. Yes. Cast total goals. As this should be integer as well. And then as total goals. As total goals. If there is any error, we'll see that. Go with another cast goal margin. Go margin as integer as go margin. Stadium. Not this one. That is the last name that we have. That is our last column, right? Stadium. And then we go with case. Go to case. Case when. This should be result type. Result type. If result type is penalty, right? Result type is penalties. Then there should be a winner, right? One winner S0. S0. And it should let's go with end as those team went to penalty. Let's just say like that, right? They went to penalty, so that because if we don't do like this, and then penalties won't be counted in this. Penalties won't be counted. So we have to precise this so that oh, I'm seeing a lot of we want it from our what is the name of our from which table? That is the table should be from this. Let me just copy, drop it here. I want this to be from this. I want that DBO. Let's get the whole name to avoid any kind of any error. And I'm seeing errors. I'm seeing errors. Let's see where we have these errors are coming from. Match number, invalid column name. Why? Let's try something or alter. Still wondering why. Bring this down. We don't have anything like this. But this is not the problem. I don't think this is where the problem is. Anyway, but we're going to result type. Yes, we're going to see where the problem is coming from. Are we on the right database? Of course, sure. Yeah. Okay, I think I've seen the error. I think it should be here. Yeah, it should work. Yeah. Voila. Our code is now, I think it's okay now. Let us execute. So you can see a little mistake, okay? A little mistake, it will not work. Let us see, let us confirm if we already have our view. Let us expand this. Yeah. Let's refresh, expand. Great. This is the view we've just created. Let us see what we have there. Voila. Good. Okay, we have our first view. So the next thing is we're going to go to the second, we're going to go with the second view, and then we continue with and our next view, we're going to go with teams. So let me just select this one. We're going to go with teams. We're done with this, so we can remove this one. So the view that we are going to create here, what is it going to do? This is our team dimension table, right? It shows tournament totals for each team, like the wins, the draws, and the final position. So we use this. We're going to use this for leaderboards. Yes, for the leaderboards of our champion. We're going to put a champion and the team profile as well. Okay, so let us write our query. Still going to select everything. The same. And then so we're gonna go with our create alter. view, and this one we're going to call it call this just anyway, but we're going to change this name. We just want to have a unique kind of name. And then this is our dimension table, so we're going to go with the dim teams, dim teams, and then we go with our select. So we have team code. Sorry, we have team code, and then this team, right? We want let us give it a name. Say team. This is as we say as team name. Let's say as team name, and then that group. We still have group here as well. And then we have zone. So let us still go with our clause. Let us convert some of the columns. Because we don't know, maybe it's very important to do this cleaning. Why important? It could okay, we could have some kind of convert from one data type to the other. Matches play, so we're going to go with matches play. This should be integer. Excuse, just say as matches play. And then we go with cast again win. Wins. We equally the data type. This should be integer as well. We should be wins, draws. What's the table name? Is it draw or draws? So anyway, we'll see. And then we have losses. Then we have goals for goals against, goal difference. Goals for this should be goals against. Oh, we're getting the right color names. Let's just copy this. Then we drop it here. We're gonna have goal difference. Nope. It's only this one. Drop it here. Goal difference. Goal difference. Yes, I think we got it spelling correctly. Uh, go. Difference. Nice, needed there. We have it. Another one is uh clean sheet. Mm-hmm. Sweet clean series spelling. Clean sheet. Mm-hmm. And then the next one is goals. Should be goals per match. Cast. What is this? Copy. Goals per match. Goals, yeah. Goals per match is copy this one and then we bring it here again. And then nope, I don't want to because I'm going to mess up with this thing. The next one is goal is conceded per match. There is no goal there. Yep. Drop it here. And then another cast. I think we still have two more. We go with cast. That is what again? Tournament. Let us wait. Goals per match. And then what do we have inside this goal per match? I think here it should be decimal. Just copying. It should be decimal. And then how many? Let's just see for. Let's see something like this. We have to close this row. Yep. And then here, this should equally be decimal. I think it should be the same thing. It should be the same thing. Well, okay. And then we have what? Tournament finish. Right? I think I got it correctly. We already have a cast down here. And then the position, the person, the final position, we want this to be this should be a value. It should be an integer. And then we just want to call this final. It should be just final position. It's okay. Yeah. Let us grab our table from table. What is our table name? DBO. Where are we? I think this should be teams, right? Yep. DBO. On this chair. Can we see dollar sign? Let us go. Okay, looks good. Okay, let us hit go. Let us execute this. Then let's refresh. We go to view. We should now have two tables here. This other one should the Power BI dim table should equally be here. We should be able to have it here. If we refresh this, great. There's it here. Those dim teams, right? Bravo. There's it. This is what we've just created, right? We've created this, and then so let us clear this so that we can have. Okay, so we want a stadium. We equally want to create view for our stadium. Just select this. That okay, we're going to go with our create or alter view Power BI dimmed. We're gonna go with our dim stadium dimension table that we have the dim stadium. Which we go to select. No what? We don't need this anymore. Let's take this out. Okay, we're going to go to our select. We have stadium ID. You have stadium name. Need to come out here. And then we have city. We have country. And then what again? Country capacity. Capacity is a value. So we're gonna cast. We're going to go with our function again. Go with capacity. As capacity. And then we have match hosted. Just copy this. Is it matches or match? Match is hosted. Match is hosted. Nope. This we don't need any comma here because this is, and so we're going to go grab it from our table name, which is DBO group standing, and then we close this DBO group standing. Let's go with go. Let us check. I think we have problem with a stadium name. What is stadium ID? We don't have any. There's like so. stadium ID, stadium name, we have city, country, cast, we have capacity, matches hosted, what's capacity. Okay, so let us execute. She looks good, she's okay. Let us run this and see what let's execute. Successful. Let's go and then we refresh this, and then here this is our year. Okay, so we have our views here. We've created 245. I think this is all about the views that is needed. Okay, and I remember telling you about view. Or a simple way to think of it, a view is like a label folder, right? That always show you the right up to date documents. You don't need to know how they got how it was sorted. So you just open that folder and then you will have a clean this thing. You will have a clean document inside here, inside there. We've equally seen we've used cast the cast function and the case expression a lot, which the case together, and then together they are common combination. I mean the cast and the case. Case for logic, that is for logic, and then the cast to make sure that the output type is what is being expected. Okay, so the next thing we are done with we don't with SQL. So we now have to, but are we finished? Have we finished with our analysis? No, we still have a long way to go because we have to take this to Power BI and then create some functions. We need some KPIs. We do our calculations. We want to see the total number of matches being played, total number of goals scores. We need KPIs for that. So we're going to take this now to take this view table to Power BI, and then we're going to do the and start writing our DAX and equally properly writing DAX and create our relationship between the tables, etc. So let me just open Power BI. As Power BI is about to open, so let me just copy the our save name because we're going to need this in we're going to need this. Then once you connect, wait for Power BI to open. So we're going to go to SQL. Wait for it to connect us to the data source where we're going to put our data source here. Okay, our save name is this one. Database is optional. If we want, we can put our the name of our database there, which is this one, this AFCON 2000. Though it is optional. Open it different. Okay, there is it. Connectivity mode. Are we choosing import or direct query? So what is the difference between import? When you choose the import or you want direct query, what is the difference? Okay, so I'm going to choose, I'm going to go with the import. I'm going to choose the import because this data, we are not going to have another data again, right? We're not going to have another data that will maybe we need to update our database in order to get new information. This AFCON 2000 has already passed. We're not going to have another one. We're not going to have another one again. That is so I will stick with this other one. So we usually go with and the data is equally small. Our data that we have is equally small. We usually go with direct query when our data is huge, or must be up to the minute accurate, where we equally have updates, we have new data that will add it to SQL and then do the refresh. So when we choose the import, it is going to save now the is going to we're going to save in Power BI, but when we use the direct query, it is still you're not going to save it we're not going to save it in Power BI, since new data will be coming in to SQL, and we'll put it into SQL our new to update our new data so we can get a new report. So yeah, we just leave this one like this and then we go to next. I don't know, I just my laptop is slow. I don't know what is the problem. Something it's too slow. What? Why? Can you tell me valid what? Um, let's go to SQL Server. Just the next. Yeah, you. So the name, our database name is AFCON. This is it here, and that we are. This is our view, right? You will see this with the symbol. These are the view, and these are the tables that the Excel file that we exported. Yeah, we see this particular symbol, this symbol here. So we just need our views. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna check all the views, and then yeah, what do we want to do? If you expand this, you will see other option. Load. This will take us directly to Power BI. Transform data. It will take us to Power Query. We don't need any cleaning inside here again, right? So we're just going to go with we're just going to load this to Power BI. Let us wait for the loads to be completed. Yep. So this is 245. This is our table here. And then inside our report view, we don't have anything because we have not yet created any report. And then if we go to our table view, we should be able to see this is our dim. I want to, there is something I forgot. I want to do something. We're supposed to go to Power Query anyway. It's okay. And then we have this. This is our stadium. This is for the dim teams. And then this is for our fact matches. So this is the our view window, and then if we go to here, you will see this. You see, when you have multiple tables, right, when you're working with multiple tables, this is the connection, because if we create visuals where we don't have this connection, it is not connected, it means that there will be no it won't be interactive. So there's supposed to be a connection, there's supposed to be connections with this particular with a particular data by default properly, because I select that when I import the data, if the tables I have different tables, it should create this data modeling for me, it should create a connection for me. At most time it is not always, but we are going to verify if the connection that's been created is the right one, and then if it is not the right one, we're going to change it to go back to I want to change the name. We want to try, let's go back to Power Query, do some do some transformation. I just want to change the name. Yeah, I want the dim. I just want to remove this Power BI. It's true. And then right, we go to next one. We just fact matches. You can do it here. You select and then you rename. Yeah, we just want the group standing. You right click. Yeah, you select and then you right click to rename it. Yeah, we just want to have this team map, team match performance. Great. So we go back to Power BI. We just close and apply this step for this one for the names to change. Boom. That's all. The next thing we're going to now do is to come here, do our connection, create proper connections. But because when you don't create proper connection, you will have wrong result, right? And this will lead to some kind of wrong insights. When you have wrong insight, it means the decision, if any decision is been taken based on what the information that you are provided will actually be equally wrong. So make sure that our connection, the data, our connection, our relationship is okay. From there, I think I will need a date calendar as well, and then with some other DAX that we're going to create. Another big question that will be in your mind at this particular moment is that why do we need we have to create a date calendar. Let me just go to the view. So I'll have to create a date calendar. And I think but why don't we just use we have a table with columns with the month number, with the March date. Why don't we just use it, the match date from our table? Well, because if we do that, we're going to miss days with no games, and our chart will have gaps, and the time intelligence, like the month to date and the year to date, won't work. So the best practice is to create one dedicated date table for the whole tournament. And so to do this, I would use the calendar function, the calendar date, in order to do this. Okay, so let us start writing our measure. So yeah, I'm going to go to a new table, and then this we're just going to call it date table, and then so I want to bring this down. I will bring it down. I will hit shift and then enter. We're going to go with add columns, and then so this time around we're going to go with our calendar. Okay, let's just grab it from here, and here we want date, and then the AFCON, the match was played, that was on 2000. Then was in January, right? Then we go with our date. So we just say we just put a date, right? Since the match is started from January 22nd up till, I think it should be February, if I'm not, February 2013, something like that, right? Yep. So we just going to say, okay, it started from January to March. Let's just take it that way, January to March. Let's close this. Okay, shift and then so go down. We're gonna go with the year, comma, the year, date. Pick our date. Think think we need the square bracket here as well. No, no. Okay, we don't need this other one. Okay, go with our date and then we give a comma, shift, and then enter. We equally want our go to Mondoma and then month date. Let's grab the month. Let's go with this. Give a comma, shift, we hit enter. And then we want to format date. Format. Want to format date. Let's go with Let's close my parentheses. Shop. Nope, not done yet. This is not. Shift enter. And then here we equally want day. Day. Date. Give a comma. Go down. Then we equally want day name. We want to format. We're going to equally format this format. Format this as and then we know the week, which is week number. You should have week number somewhere. Okay. Date. And this should be from this to this from yeah, that should be 21. And tournament day now, when the tournament was started. So I'll go with the date. Tournament date started on the 22nd February, 22nd of January, sorry. And then think I've seen what's this? And this will be the day. It's going to be +1. Let's close this and see what we get. seeing an error here somewhere. No, this is not supposed to be. Should be there. This is supposed to be a comma. Then it's argument 8, 6, 8. Okay, we have this square bracket here as well. Okay, I think this should be okay now. So we don't have any issue. So let us commit. Great. So we have our data. We have our calendar table here. Created our calendar table. There is another thing I would like to do. This the date format. I think I want the format to be. Don't want commit. I want to reduce this just to Jan, like Feb Jan, and then Saturday should no. Yeah, like this. Voilà. Okay. So now we're going to build our data. We are not going to data modeling. That is to build our relationship. We have done what this date calendar is going to do. If you look at this calendar, this particular one, this section, so this section is going to create every date from January 1st, 2000 to March 1st, 2000. That is 60 days in total. And then we equally have this month number, this month, this day. This is basically the columns for sorting and labeling our chart. And then I think the most important ones that we have, it is for this tournament, right? It is for this tournament because this is the key one. There is the kickoff of the kickoff day of AFCON 2000, which was from January 22nd up to January 22nd up to February 13th. So that is actually a little bit of what we have here. So the next thing we are going to have to do, we have to do go to data modeling, what we call data modeling, and then we're going to connect our tables to give them a relationship so that they can be related, so that when we create our visuals, the tables are going to be related by default, because under my setting I set it in such a way that if I import different tables, it should do it for me. But if I don't want this, because Power BI might not actually get the what I want. For example, if we go to this particular one, let me just check. Let us check. This is telling us that this should be one-to-one relationship. That is this group standing and in teams. And this is not what I want for this. So I'm going to go to property. What I want, I want a many-to-one relationship, and our cross filter is here. This is okay, and the connection as well. I don't want this is I want to connect this to the team name. These are the changes that I want to make. This we want to think it will work. Make this relationship active. It should be both team name, team name. Yeah, these are the columns that I want to connect to. We just hit OK, and then as for the let us look at the our which table again, the teams, and the which one is we going to, sorry. Okay, let us look at Dean teams and then match performance as well. Dean team and match performance. this is one-to-many relationship, same with this other one, and that is exactly what I want. But let us try to check to confirm if it is okay, if our connection is okay. What we want to connect our team code to, yeah, this team code, yes, this is okay. And then our cross filter is going to be single. This is yes, we don't want both. Make the relationship active. Yep, this is okay. So we go to this other one, and then for our date table, sorry, for our date table, uh, Power BI has connected our date table to, which table is this? Connected it to fact match. I don't want to connect it to the fact match. I want to connect it to the match performance. So we're going to delete this, and then I'll grab my date, and then I'll drop it where we have this match day. This, and then what I want equally is a many to one relationship as well, and many to one is relationship because the column in table contains a duplicate value. This is not okay. We'll see that later. Let us just see what we're going to do to solve this issue. Okay, let's go with this one to many, and then next connection that we're going to do. We equally want to connect the teams to the fact to our fact table. The team code with the I think the team code with the home team. Team code, and team code. Let's connect this to go with the home team. And what we want is still giving us this right. We supposed to go with minute one. I think this. Okay. Anyway, let's just see what you're going to. At the end, if we have any issue, we'll come back here. Yeah, we'll still come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I having 5 relationship? Can we have group standing with team, which is this one. Group standing group, yes. And then we have teams. We're supposed to have team with the fact matches. Teams, which is this one, yes. And then we're supposed to have teams with match performance, which is this other one, yes. Team with match performance, and then we are supposed to equally to have the table with our match performance, which is this one. So this group standing, let me delete this. Let me see. I want to see something because what I want here, niche one. Let's try property. Niche one. Okay. Property. Niche one. Yeah. And then Terrace. Yep. Okay. This should be manage one as well. Manage one. Yeah. Okay, I think what was disturbing, the reason why we're having one too many was because we equally connected this table to this one. Yeah, and okay, I think it's okay now. Okay, so we are done with our data modeling, creating our relationship, linking our table so that when we create measures, it should be or create our visual, it should be interactive. So the next thing we are now going to do is to go to our calculation. We're going to have quite a number of calculations, our measures, calculated columns as well that we are going to create. We are done creating our date table, and that we have it right here. So the next thing we are going to do, so we're going to create our KPIs now. Let us start with what we are going to use for our KPIs. And we're going to start. We'll see things like total matches, total goals, the winning rate, matches decided by penalties, average goal per match, etc. So let us begin. Let us go with we want a new measure. So we can just come here under this table tools, and then you click new measure, or you can come under here, you right click, and then you go with new measure. And this one we are going to call it, this will be total matches. And then our total matches is going to be, so we are going to go with the distinct. We're going to go with the distinct count. And from our fact table, let me reduce this so I can see. Sorry, right. This is going to come from our fact table. There is fact matches. Where is it? Okay, there's it here. Fact matches, and then team number. Fact matches team number. Yep. And then I think there is what we want. So this is the measure. So this is the measure in order for us to get the total matches that we played. So I'm just going to commit. I hit this, and then here we will have our measure. So the next measure, let us create our next measure. I'm just going to go to new. So this is going to be for the total goals. So total goals, and then I'm going to go with the calculate. We calculate, and then after that we want to sum. We want to sum this team match performance. Team match performance. Team match performance goal scored. Yeah, this one, and then I'm going to. We have to close the parentheses. We give a comma. All selected. And then from our team, this should be from our team teams. This should be from our team teams from this particular table. Okay, one. And then I think one. How many? Okay, two. We hit enter. Yep. And then the next one is going to be matches played. So we'll go with our measure. Matches played. We're going to go with calculate again. We're going to go with our calculate. We equally work. We'll go with our go with distinct count from team match performance. Want this from team match performance, and then this time around we want team match performance match number. And then we close this, we give a comma, all selected, and this is going to be from our dim. Which of the table? From the dim teams table. Dim teams, that's one. How many do we have? Great, that is okay. And then let us see the next KPI that we want the average goal per match. Yes, I think this is what we want, which is just going to be to divide our total goals. So we're going to divide the total goals by matches play. Wait, we have a measure for matches play. Total matches, yeah. Since we don't want to see any kind of blank. If there is nothing maybe to show, we don't want to see blank. It should be this should give us a 0. Yeah, that's okay. And then the next measure that we want to see, so this will be the matches that were decided by penalties. Matches decided by penalties. So we'll see how many number of matches were penalties. So we're going to go with our voucher. Then we want to select the team. Selected team. And then this is going to be go with selected value. Yes, and this is found under which of the table? I think it should be under teams, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I think it should be teams. This table, teams, and should be teams code as well. Teams team code. Yes. Then we're going to close this, and then we still want still go with our virtual penalty based this time around. Penalty based. What filter this? Go with our filter. Go with all filter all. From which table? Should be from fact matches. Then let's close this. We give a comma. Fact matches result type. Where result type should be penalties. Fact matches. Yes. Where result type equal penalties. Okay. shift and then we enter, go to our return, shift. So if is blank, and then we go with selected, selected teams. We created a team, yeah, selected teams, comma, and count rows. Think like this, yeah, count rows penalty base, yes, okay, comma, nope, nope, yes, go with count rows, count rows. I think this should be, if we count this penalty base, wait, let me see. And then we have these count rows. Let us filter this based on penalty. I want to filter this. Want to filter this penalty base, comma. That's fact matches team code kind of a thing. Right? Am I correct? Fact matches. Then we have team code somewhere. Nope. Let's see. Fact matches, and then team code should go with our selected teams. Selected teams. Then let's shift enter, and then fact matches our team code. We should our team code, yeah, we should have it here. Fact matches our team code. This should equally be selected teams as well. So selected teams. Don't have any error. I don't know if this is really okay, but anyway, if there is any error, no. So let us close this. How many do we have? How many parentheses are still showing right? Yes, 1, yes, 2, 3. I think there is let us check what we have. Okay, let us commit this. Okay, no error. Anyway, if there is any problem, we'll always come back to you. We'll always come back to it, by the way. Okay, so what KPI again do we have? I think okay, let us see some other KPIs that we supposed to. We have already saved this one. Okay. Yes. Next KPI that we are going to see would be for draw matches, wins, losses. And then from there, after we have gotten this one, we will now be able to get the win rate, the win rate percentage for the matches. So far so good. How do you distinguish between? How do you know that you have created a measure? Let me show you. When you see this particular this particular symbol that looks like a calculator, yeah, this is a measure. Okay, yeah, this is a measure. So I think there is a typing mistake here. It's supposed to be okay. Great. So let us go to our new measure. We want to see. Let's just say this is win. We just go with our calculate and then see count rows, team matches. This should be team matches performance. And then we team matches performance, and then we equally team matches. There should be team match performance match outcome, where the match outcome is there should be win. And then let us close this. I will just copy this one because we equally need two measures for draw and losses. If I've just copied I will just copy this one, and so that we will equally use it for those two measures. So I will hit commit. Go to next measure. I'll just paste it here. So I'll change this to totally change this one as well. Hit enter. Okay, next one. This now should be draws. Draws. Okay, that has been done. And then let us see our win rate. Wait, this is going to divide win. Sorry, win. This should be plus the draw, and then plus the losses as well. Okay, this is good. Okay, I think we have all the KPIs that is needed for our visualization. So let us see what we cut. Let me just go with our cut. I hope you saw what I did. So I will take this. I've just selected this cut. Let us take this cut, and then we go with let us go with total matches played. So there were 32 matches. They played 32 matches during this AFCON. Okay, 32 matches were played, and then we'll fix this later. So let us copy this. So let's see. Then this is total matches. We're going to uncheck this one. Let us go with total goals. 73 goals were played. We'll check this with it. We'll still verify this to see if our result is okay. Total matches, we have total goals. And then let us see how many draws. Blank. Nope. There is a problem. Let me see loss. There is a problem with this particular. I think, yeah, even with this win, so it's equally going to be. So what is the problem? Okay, Anyway, we'll check it. We'll fix it. Let's go again. Next KPI. Yeah, we want to see the total matches, and then we want to see the average. Okay, matches decided by penalty. I'll remove this one. There were two matches decided by penalty. Okay, we'll see. During the AFCON 2000, two matches. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, let's copy this. I think, and then I will equally want to see the what was that? There is this. Okay, average goal. Average goal. Right. Great. I think these are the KPIs that we want. We want this KPI. I think I still need for this other two draws and the losses, which we are going to verify to see the reason why it's giving us blank. Okay, so I think this is already okay. The only thing for us not to do is to verify if this value that we are having, we can check it online to verify if the total number of matches that were played during AFCON 2000 were 32, were the goals 73, were there 23 wins. Okay, this is the same thing. Let's remove this. And then matches that were decided by penalties, were there two? And then the average goal per match, if it was 2 point, this 2.8, right? I want this to be a percentage. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, so if we take percent, what's going to happen? Okay, no, we don't want this. Okay, yep. Okay, so we are going to use Claude. We're going to use AI to see if this the result that we have with our KPIs are correct. So we're just gonna screenshot it, and then so I'll go to our open Claude. I'll paste it there, and then to write a prompt to ask the AI if this the values that we have in these KPIs, if they are really correct. If during the AI, if they were 32 matches played, if we have 70, is it 73 goals, etc. So let us see what Claude is going to tell us. Okay, as you can see, this is the result that we have. Yes, there were 32 matches. He got the source from Wikipedia, and then there were equally 73 goals scored, which is okay. 2 point our average goal per match, which is equally correct. Concerning the win, Claude say, or the two matches penalty, say can verify. Okay, so we equally go and check it elsewhere. We still use another, let us use another AI tool to do the verification and see what they're going to give us. We've just copied the prompt to paste it here. It's okay. You just write it and then to confirm the result that we. Okay. Yes, the KPI show in your Power BI report are correct based on the official tournament data for 20. This is the metrics match historical sporting databases exactly. Total matches 32. Yep. Total goal 73. Correct. Which runs perfectly. This is equal the correct metric to verify. Wins 23. Okay, so we have confirmed these KPIs using using AI because we despite the fact that we've written our measures, maybe the result could be wrong, right? So we need to confirm if uh, these values we are seeing in each of these cards, if they are really correct, and we have checked that using two AI tools, and they have just confirmed to us that our result, that these particular visuals, the values that we have inside here are that they are correct. Okay, guys, I remember we had a problem with we had some two KPIs that I said we're going to come back to it later. Let me just go here. It is about, I think it is with this draws, because here we are having blank, and then another one was equally with the losses. This one, what could be the problem? What could be, whereas we use the same function, we use the same DAX in order to get this particular, to get our win, and our win is showing here very well. But if you go to this one, which happens to be the same measure, the only thing that we change there is just the name, which is this one, and same thing with and that is the same thing with our draw. So what could be the problem? Okay, so let us check. Let us try to verify what where the problem is coming from. I think the first inspection, or where we're going to go in order to do our inspection, is to actually to check the table. Let us look at the table where this is coming from, which it is coming from our team match performance. So I'm going to go to table view, and then we'll go with team match performance, and then here we have it here. We have draw, and then we have loss. Okay, I got it. Okay, I see. As you can see, the draw we have here, it is not draws. There is no S, and then equally here, it is not in plural as well. I think this should be where the problem is coming from. So let us go back. Let us go back to these two measures, and then we try to. Okay, so yeah, let us see if we remove this X, we're going to get. Sorry, I think just this one is okay. Let us see. That was an issue because with the draw, this was ending in X, so this particular measure could not read what we have in our table because it is picking this information from this table. As we put the X, it can read it because it doesn't actually match with the columns with this one. And I think that should equally be the same problem we have with this other. Let me with this one. They just equally. Let me just correct this one as well. Then we're going to go to this one. It should be. It is lost. Yeah, great. I think we are good to go now. So we are done. We are done with our KPIs. We've although we have not actually checked this one, but properly, if we go to the table, if we go to the table and then let's just say we filter it by draw. If you count the number of rows, probably it should give us here we have 18. That is 18 rows, which implies that that particular KPIs for draw should be 18. If it is not 18, there is a problem. And then we go to loss. We have 23. 23. If we count this row, it will give us all 23, and that is actually what we should equally have in our measure. So 23 and 18. Let us go again and then to do a verification. 18, 23. Boom. This is good. This is good. We are done with all our KPIs. I think the only thing we need to do now is to format it, and then equally maybe change the background. We equally need we need a title for our we equally need a title for our report. Okay, so let us start. We are done with our KPIs already. Let us change our background. Let us change this background. So what I'm going to do, you can just right click inside here. You go to format canvas. I've already designed this background. I already designed this in PowerPoint. So we are going to then to import this background into Power BI. So let us save it somewhere where we can easily access it. And then I just want to I'll just drop it. Let us take it where, let's just drop it in desktop. The name is okay. I want it to be, we're going to save this as an image. Let's go with this one. Just this one. Good. So I'm going to go to Power BI, and then under this format, I'm going to go under Browse. We have it. Okay, there is it here. And then here, we're going to let's just say fill, right? Yeah, to fill all the entire, to cover the entire background that we have. Okay, so we are going to continue building our reports. So we are done with these cards, with our KPIs cards. They are already set. Though we still have about 6 visuals to build. And in order for us to do that, I think there is a particular visual here. Let me just go to our, okay, let me just go here. If you check here, you will realize that we have 2, 4, 6, 7 queries inside here. And there is a particular table that we don't have, which is this road to the crowd. We don't have it in the ones we are currently building. We don't have this one. And so what we're going to do right now, we are going to equally, yeah, we have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rather than 7. So we are equally going to build that table, and then we bring the query inside here. So we're going to go back to SQL in order to create that view, have that table, and then to bring it here, because that is going to enable us, is going to help us with this particular video, this road to the crown that you are seeing here. It is coming from that particular query. Okay, so let us go to SQL. Let me close this. We don't need this. Yeah, we are working better on this other one, because the other one is a finished product. This is the one we are working on. So let us go to SQL, and then let us select our database name, which is this one. Let us check the views that we have to be sure that we don't have those views inside our, let us see, 2, 4, 6. Yes, so we don't have that particular view here. However, but if we go to this other one, this is the one I show you. This is the one that we have already completed. And then you come under the views, you should be able to see roto crown. So we don't have it. We have it here, but we don't have it in this other uh, in this other uh, query or database. So we are going to create that, and that particular query is going to come from this table. It's going to come from our fact match table. So I'm just going to select this so that we should be able to see the columns we are working on or we are working with. Okay, great. So let us start writing our query. This is going to be, the query is quite long. Let me just, let's bring this down. Okay. So we are going to go with, okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create our view. Let us use we use our AFCON database, that is this one. So let me just put it in square brackets. Just go, and then we want to set this nulls. This should be on go, and this one, let's equal it for a space, and then we want to set the quoted as quoted identifier. Go, and then let us now give our view a name. So we want to create view. Let's go down, create view, and we just want to we're going to call this view as just like we have it in our in the other table, that is bw fact road to crown. As go with our select clause. Let us check the names of our table of the column name. We have match number. We don't need the match number. What we want, we want the match date, the stage, the group, and then we equally want the team name, the team, yep, something like that, and then the team code. Okay, yep, I've seen what we want. So we're going to go with we are just going to say match date, this should be stage, this should be, let's say, group. We put this in square bracket, it should be group, and I'm gonna go with team. Team will be as team name, team as team name, then team code. Just copy this, drop it here, say team code. Then let us equally, we're going to use conditional statement. Yeah, that is, we're going to go with our case. when what? We say when home code is equal to our team code is equal to this one, is equal to this one. Wait. Then uh, then this particular one, this home score, if home code is team code, then home score, then home score as it should be away score. Then let's end this first one. It should end as goals. It should be goals for. Let's go to our next case. Maybe I just copy this, I drop it below this one, and then we do some changes. Okay, and then this one is going to be home code, team code, and then here should be away score. So this will go this other way. This will come here, and then we equally take this other one, take it here, and this should be goals against. Then so our next one is going to be the ones we want it to be for the opponent. Sorry, just gonna go with our case. Just copy this. And when home code, then this should be away teams. And this should be home team. We are getting it from our column. These are the column names, okay? As you can see, if you check out the field, our column fields, you will see that is exactly what we are bringing here. We are using in order for our conditional query that we are writing. This should be opening home team. Yeah, and then another one is going to be we want our home code, team code, where the if okay, go with case when we see where home code, yes, where our team code, and then this should be just home. Then we just say home, and this should be aware. And this is going to be the team role. Team role and team result as well. And result type, sorry. Result and result type. And then let's take this up. And then okay. Okay, when our result type if the result type, if it happens to go to penalties, and then the winning code, if the is it winner code, if the winner code is the team code, the winner code is the team code. Wait, I think there is something. I'm already seeing some issues. Okay, we'll come back to that. It's the it's team code. Then this should just be yes. And then if wait, sharp. There's something. Okay, you know what? I don't want to be writing all this. Let's just take this one down so that's yeah. This one to drop it here. If our result type, which is the result type, if it goes to regular time, if it is regular time, or it goes into extra time. And if the home code you know what, I'm seeing this is, do we have any T? I don't think this should be supposed to be, T. We'll correct it. You should be T team code, yeah. If and then if this equal this team code, and home score is greater than away score, Let's see where we have a home score. The home score what have I done? The away code if our away code is equals team code, that is our T, and then this time around should be away score should be greater than home score. So nope. Should be greater. This one comes this other way, and then this other one goes. I just copy this. This one comes here. This then it should be yes. And no. Let us end this. Just see as it should be win. Okay, our table is this particular table, which is the fact matches. And we want this from yeah. Let's go with this as M. So another concept that we are going to see here is going to be the joint. Okay, we're going to see that is going to want that we want this table to we want to join this this with our matches table, with this particular table that you are seeing here. So we're going to go with our join teams. The name that we gave there is, let's see, team code. Then is equal home code. Okay, let us do some fixing here. I think let us see. I think it should be T. T. That is T. Yeah. Okay. What is this? An expression of non-joint type specific. Why? Let's see. Why are we? Okay. I think this here we are missing one parenthesis here. Yes. Voila. As you can see here, we don't have any red lines here, right? We don't have any red lines. Okay, so we have written our view, and then with equality, another concept where we've used the join in order to combine this query that we have just or to combine our table. Let me put it this way. Remember that we have to. There are two ways you can combine. You can combine a table. When you combine a table, either it increases the number of columns on your table, or it increases the number of rows in your table. So when you use the join, what it does, that is the number of columns will increase, and then there is another one we call union. We are going to see it here. So I'm going to go with union all. Union now will increases, but the number of rows that we have. So what are we going to do? I will just copy everything. I will just copy our, rather than writing it again, I will just copy this. And then so we'll drop it here. Okay. Yeah. So let us execute this. I think we are not seeing any error. Let us execute. If there is any error, we just go through it and then try to fix it. Why? Why? I've been lying this. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it seems as if we've already created. So let us check our view has already been created. So here we have 246. So if we refresh this table, we should be able to see our root 246. Where? No, no, not here. It should be under here. Let's refresh. What? Telling us that we already have a view with this name. Why are you still going to this table or to this database? Wait, let's see something. Let's see if matches from which table. Matches, yes. We want to join. See it here. Well, let's refresh it. We should be able to. Great. This is our view here. Well, this is the new table that we have. We've already created this view, the root to crown. So let us go back to, we'll go back to SQL and then we equally bring it there. I want to copy my server name. We'll copy this. And then what is the name of our database is AFCON 2000. So we go back to SQL. As you can see, we don't have any root to crown here. So let us grab that particular table. We drop it here. I want to let us see if we'll be able to see it. If we don't go to this row to crown, yes, we only need that is the only table that we want. We already have these other tables here. Okay, so we're going to load this. Great. This is our table here. This is our query now. When you load it now into when it comes to Power BI, it becomes a query, right? Yeah. So we have it here. Perfect. And then we check the relationship. We want to link a fact table to the teams. Uh, what is which one? Where is this other one? No, we don't want to connect this to group standing. This one is going to group standing. We delete this other relationship. We only want it to be connected to the teams. And then let us check if this is okay. We don't want to connect the codes. We want to connect what the team name. And then it should be managed to one single. Make this relationship active. We click OK. Bam. Okay. So let us go to our. We are done with this table. So let us go back and then we continue with what we are supposed to do. Okay, so let us build our visuals. I think here I'm going to go with the table. Let us go with the table and see what we have. And here, what do we want? We go here, we want the team name, and then we want the stage, and then we equally want the group, and then probably, and then this group, I think we don't want this group. We have stage, and then we have opponent, and then we have team role. Okay, let us fit this into our. So yeah, let us do some formatting. We don't want uh, uh, I don't want this title. Okay, we can say a title. Then let us equally change the color of our text. Let us go with this. Let's take white. Then alternative color. Let's go with white. And then the column headers, what can we take? Let's see this and see what we have. Bold. Okay. Okay. Think we can go with this. Yeah, we have the team name, and then I think another thing I would equally like to, let's just say, yeah, let's edit this name as well. Just say team, and then yeah, we just say rolled. Click OK. Yep. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we will see the teams here, but we equally want to do some kind of, if we go by stage, I think we should start with, yeah, that is how I want it to be. Semi-final, yeah, something like this one. Okay, that is, let us change I think that we should type in error with, this should be root. Okay, another breakdown we want to see here will be for the wins, the draws, etc. So here I'm going to, we need a bar chart here. Let's just take this one. Let's drop it here. Then what do okay, so here we're going to go to our teams. We want to see the team names, and then we will have to go to where we have our measures. Yeah, we're going to go with the wins, the draw. What is our withdraw? And this other one, let us do some formatting as well. And then here, so this is just going to be, yep, this substitute, we don't want it. And this, let us go with our, we're going to take it to 25. We centralize it, we bold it. I want this one. Then we don't want this legend. Okay, and then let's go to this tie to get, we don't want the background. We don't want the grid lines as well. We don't want these grid lines. Okay. It's okay. We're going to, what happened with our, okay. Anyway, we'll fix this. And then this one, we can go with white. Oh, something like this. Okay, let's see what we have. The breakdown. Let's see, breakdown. And then the legend, I think the legend should be there as well. Let's increase this to 50. We can equally let's position this in the bottom center. Okay, something like this. I think this is okay. I think we can go with this one. Let's see what we got. Okay, we select Cameroon. Yes, it is. I think it is working. We select Cameroon. Yep. This is for the loss. Yep. Go with Nigeria. Yeah. If we go with Togo. Yeah. Okay. This is great. Okay, another column that we want, another chart, another visual that we want here is goal score. For us to get this goal score, let us go with this this column chart. That we just let us bring it here, and let's reduce this. Make it fit. And where are we going? From which table are we going to get this? We're going to get it from group standing and team performance. And then with the group standing, what do we want from there? We want our team name. And then let us go to team performance. We want goal score. Okay, as you can see, yeah, but we want to limit this. Okay, we want to limit this just like to maybe top 5. Anyway, let us do some. Okay, let's whoop. Okay. Anyway, let us do some formatting first, and then here we want to say, let us just say top 5 goal score by team. Okay, then here let's go with this. Gonna take it to 25. Then we want to centralize it, and then I don't want this substitute here. And then okay, we go to style. We go to style. We don't want it to get rid of. We don't want the background. And then we don't want these Greek lines. Let's see. We don't want this. And then under the value, wait, let me see. Anyway, we'll see how to change that chart to take the one that will actually fit what we want. And then let's equally change this to white. So that it matches with the color that we have here. Okay, so we can filter this rather than seeing all the teams. We can filter this just to the 5, maybe top 5 teams, those covered top 5 teams, right? So in order for us to do that, we're going to go to this filter. Yeah. And then here we want to grab the team. We just bring our team here. The team name. And then we want to filter this by top 5. So under this basic, we want to expand it. Go to advanced filter. This filter, we're going to expand this. We go with the top N. And then we want to filter by top 5. Goal score. And this should be top 5 goal score. Let us apply and see what we're going to get. Okay. So this is the result we are going to. We have top 5. We have taken top 5, right? And then let us. Let me just. I want to add something here. We want to equally. Let us go to format this visual. And then I want to add data labels to it so that we see the number of goals. And then from value, this is goal score. I'm gonna take this to, let's change this to, let's say white. And then okay. Okay, so this is our top five, right? Normally we're supposed to see but to have but six teams here, to have five top five. I mean, the country with the highest number of goals during this competition. We've selected top five, but here we are saying but six. The reason is that because there is Senegal and Tunisia, they had six goals each. So that is the reason why I think that's the reason why we are seeing this. Now, if we go to top four, let us just go to our filter and then we say rather than this top five, let's just say top four. As you can see, we're going to see the top four. And then if we go to top eight, and then we'll see the top eight. So rather than since we have two teams with the same goals, let's also see top six, right? So that we won't confuse our and here rather than top five as well, we change our title to top six. Okay, so we have just filter our we are done with this order, we are done with this, and then yep, we can apply some colors into it. Maybe for Cameroon we want them to show a particular color, we can equally that can equally be done as well. Then we equally have some issues here, some blanks. I think this sheet will fix this because normally we're supposed to select like we select a country, we see the total matches played by that country, we see the total number of goals, we see their average per this, etc. Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Yeah. Okay. So there is a problem here. We have this because normally we're supposed to see total matches for this Nigerian team that we've just selected. And then if you will equally realize that the average goal per match for this team for this particular country is equally showing zero, which is not correct. I think we need to let us see. I think under this match performance, let us go to our table view. Under this match performance, I would like to add some other two columns here to add extra two columns here, and this is going to be our anyway. We'll come to that and then we'll see what we're going to add. Okay, so let us build. We've been able to fix this now. If we select this one, wow, we are not having blanks here again, and then here it is equally giving us our average goal per match when we select a particular country. This is for Nigeria. They played 5 matches. They scored 12 goals. They win 4. And then penalty, yes, just one. That is matches that were decided by penalty between Nigeria. That should be Nigeria and Cameroon, I think. And then draw one, they lost one. If we equally go to Cameroon, we should equally see we'll see the same goals, the same information for this particular country. If we go with South Africa, played matches played this and then 6 matches, total goals they scored for the win 4 matches, etc. So that is actually how this work. Okay, so our next visual, we are going to equally we want to see team efficiency. I'm going to use this scatter. It is this particular one that we have selected, this scattered chart, and then let us make it fit into our box, and then uh, so we want what we want to see team the goals scored and the goals that conceded by each of this team, and where we're going to find let me close this please. Where we're going to find this should come from here, and then to what we want the teams, and then we want I think it should be equally want the goals for, and then we want goals against as well. Okay, so let us do some formatting. Then we just go to format this chart, and then here what we want, we'll just say so here we're going to go with the that is our title, goals scored versus goals. Then this we call it team. This is going to be team efficiency. We want to build this. This should be. That's always been 25. We centralize it. Then let us take our usual color. I guess it should be this one. And then let's go to style, remove the background. Then for the Greek, I'm saying Greek lines, we don't want any. Okay, let's remove this. And then as for this as well, let's see what we have under this value. I think we don't want this as well. This titled, we don't want. This is our Y. Then we go to this is complete with the formatting, and then we'll see what we got. And then let us go to this marker. The type of marker, the type, I think let us go with this one. And then the size, let's increase. Okay. And then I think for the legend, I equally want this seems to be too. Let's see what we got with 20. I want something to fit here. Okay. And then this substitute that we don't want this. Okay. This is too rather too small. Let's see. Let's go with okay, let's stick with 18. And then I think this we should grab this team names with the legend. Yeah, and then the text, let's go with white. Okay. Okay, and then here Let us rename this. We just go with we don't want the sum of this. Okay, so what happened? Okay, let's just see, like for Cameroon, I think this. Okay, for Cameroons, right? If we come under this particular shape that you are seeing, like for Cameroon, it gives us information for Cameroon. The total number of goals they score was 11. They considered, and then they considered 5 goals. If we equally go to South Africa, we'll see the same thing for South Africa. If we go to Tunisia, we'll see the same thing. As far as Tunisia is concerned, we can equally move forward to see some other things that we. Okay, I think we are good to go with this. We are going to go with this other chart. So let us move to the next one. Okay, so let us create this other table. So we want a table here. We want to see the. We want our group and stages for all teams. So we're going to go with the table, and then here this is going to be here. Okay, so let us just something like this. Okay, so what are we going to put inside here? Inside here, we want to see the teams. We want to see the group, the matches. We want to see the matches, the win, the draws, the points, etc. Okay, and where are we going to get this? We are going to get this from group standing from group standing query from here. Sorry, from here. So the first thing that I want this one. That is the team. Then we equally want to see the group where this particular team was found, and then we want to see what again. And then the next thing that we want to see the wins. Yes, we grab this one. Yeah. We want draws, lost. We should draw somewhere. Draw. The matches that they draw, the one that's the uh, this one. Okay. And then let us see their points as well. Let us get for points. Yeah, this one. And then I think we need status as well. Okay, so let us see what we have here and try to see on how to format how we can format this. Okay, so the first thing we need a title, and then our title we just say groups. We want to go with group stage. This should be group stage status, something like that. Yep. Then let us take 25. We want to bold this. Then let's grab our color. Then we want to centralize this. As for the subtitled, we don't want that. And then okay, as you can see, if you look here, we have this team name, and then we have this sum of wins, sum of draws, sum of. I don't want to see that, so I'm going to come here, and then so I'll just right click, and then here I just want to say team, and then here as well, just come, and then well, you just double click, okay, and then go with the wins. You just double click inside here. You go with your draw, or you right click, you go to rename for this visual. Just want, yes, and this is equally going to reduce. So yeah, I just go with points rather than having some. It doesn't actually It doesn't look good. Okay, now this is good. Okay, okay. Let me just let's copy this, and then because it's a table, yep. So we can go with this, and then group state stages. Okay, we gotta do some formatting. I think with the title, we are going to go with the title, and then let's see this. Then for this total, I don't want this. We don't want this total here at the end. We don't want any total. Sorry. And then maybe for the column headers, maybe we can increase our column headers. Let's see. Let's give it 15 and see what we. Okay, I think we can still even go maybe, let's say 20. Okay, something like this. Okay, then for our values, we can equally, let us see if we can, if we go with 12. Okay. Okay, so another thing I would like to have, you see, under this particular status, this status column, right, where we have this qualified, eliminated, I want to give, I want a font color where if it is eliminated, it will show a different color, and if it is qualified, it should equally show a different color. So I'm going to select my visual, and then we go under this cell element, right? We choose the column that we want. That is what we want. It's for this particular status. And then I'm going to, what do we want to format? We want to format the font color. And then I'm going to on this. And then here, if we say, let us see if it is the row. Yes, the row should be this, the format style. Yes, we're just going to go with, let us, with this. Sorry, sorry. Sorry, where is this? Okay, we go here, and then font, the font. Yes, the rule. This is okay. The stages. That is actually what we. That is what we want to do. And then here, let's just see if it is qualified. Then the color should be. I want to go with green. Let's go to more colors. And then we just go with green. And then we can add another new. We can add another row if it is eliminated. Sorry, if it is eliminated, we can go with right. Alright, let's go to more colors. I want to see, go with this. Let's go with right. Okay, and then we take okay. Okay, this has changed, I think, but what is this one still showing white? Eliminated. Let us check. Eliminated is still giving us this is supposed to, yeah, but it is red. Why do we have red here? Let's take okay. Okay, I think that I eliminated. Let us check the spelling. Proper times it could be eliminated. Okay, let me check. I think there should be a problem. Sorry, maybe with the spelling. Oh, let us see if value is eliminated. Okay, anyway, let us change. Let us go with maybe a different color. I just want to see something. Why? Okay, the role is status. Let us say muted. Spelling correctly. Let's add another new role if it is qualified. One green. Okay, this is what I want. Yeah, something like this one. Okay, so we have our group stages here, and then maybe you can, if you hit on a particular button, you will have to provide you with a different, maybe starting from. You can go with the teams. Maybe you can go with or we can come under this more option, right, to do some kind of sorting, maybe sort from ascending to descending. You can sort from descending to, or you can sort by, right, you can sort by points, like this one is sorting by points. Okay, yeah, so you can equally do some you can equally do a lot of things inside here. Don't just limit yourself to what I'm providing for you. You can equally exploit more option and to even get a more better visual than what I have here. Okay, so let us see. Yes, it is interactive, right? Our relationship is working very well. Our relationship is working perfectly, very very well. Okay, so let us do our last visual, which is going to be the champion analysis, which we still need a table for this as well for our champion, and then this is going to be for our the big guys. Okay. Okay, so yeah, what do we want to see inside this champion? Inside this champion analysis, we want to see the match day. We're going to grab it from this particular table, our root 2 from here, right? So we're going to see the team. We're still going to go with our team, and then we go with the stage, and then we're going to go with goals for, goals against. Go with goals for the opponent, and then we go with goals again the result type. We equally want the result type. It should be somewhere. Yes, and that's the wins. If they want, we should see yes. If they didn't, okay, we should see no. Okay, I think we're gonna reduce this. This seems to be okay. Anyway, we're going to filter. We are going to filter it as well. And then I think we equally want the date. I think the date should come at the top. They should be, yeah, something like this one. Okay, let us do some editing. Let me just reduce this so that to have more space. And then here, I just say team. And then here, just go with goals. Sorry, goals for. And yeah, okay, we can leave it like this. As for our title, we're just going to call this should be champion performance analysis. Champion should be champion performance analysis. Then let's just do same thing. Yes. But you know what? I'll go with this other one because this is going to bring all the formatting like the text. As you can see, is too large. So let us go with this other one. Okay, something like this. What? But I don't want. I'm seeing total here, which we don't want the totals. I don't want these totals. Where am I? Okay, I don't want this. Okay, then what again do we want to do here? Okay, I think we have to filter this as well. Okay, so we've just filtered this, right? We've done with our filter. So we just filter it to, we've just selected Cameroon, right? Okay, yeah, because that is the champion. Cameroon was the champion for this competition. Okay, we can do some other things, right? Maybe we can do the quite things you can do inside here. No, we don't want any background. Okay, I think okay, so let us see what we have. So this is our visuals. Now let me reduce, let me zoom. Okay, so we have our visual here. I think we are done with everything. Let us see. Yeah, we've selected final and this is what we want. And then for this group stage. Okay. Then let us see. Yep, fully interactive for Nigeria, and this should be Nigeria, of course. And then if you select Nigeria, if you come here, you're not going to see Nigeria because Nigeria was not a champion. However, if we pick Cameroon, we should be able to see this one here. Okay, guys, I think we have come to the end of this AFCON statistical this report where we just take the information, everything what took place in Ghana and Nigeria. We just transform it statistically, and I'm sure you enjoy this video. As you can see, this is our report. This is our final report here. There are quite a lot of things you can do. Maybe you could add some other pages to get insight uh, for some other about this particular competition. I'm sure you have seen the power of this business intelligence tool, which we've used, Power BI, what it can do, and then it's with SQL. Combining it with SQL is always a game. It's always a game changer. So I I hope you enjoyed the video. So you can follow. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section, or if you have anything to share, you can equally drop it. Okay, thank you so much. This was VT Analytics Consulting.